Alright guys, this is part 2 of the AnixSG Vindicator tutorial. A couple of changes before I carry on. I've lowered the base coat colour now by adding a mix of, Negro black and Mechrite red, and we now got sort of like a base colour of a very deep wine red. And then I'm currently in the middle of just giving it a wash over with Badab black. I've actually used on the top of there the Vallejo black, and it's not taking very well at all for reasons not known to me, so I'm going to switch to Badab black. So might as well do that while I'm here. Just getting my Badab black out. I'm going to give it about a 1-to-1 mix of the Badab black and water. I'm just going to do this one side on camera just to show you how liberal I am with it. Just making sure I work it into all of the crevices where I want shading. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of this off camera and I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, so I've gone all over it now with the Badab black, allowed it to dry. As you can see, it's a shade deeper now. I have some nice shadowing in all of the crevices. So yeah, I think we're about ready to start the first part of the dry brushing. It'll be a 2-stage dry brush, I think. The first one now will be to go over the entire armour with the base coat mix that I've done before I applied the Badab black wash. So I'll just get my stuff ready, back in a sec. Okay then, so we're ready to do the first stage of the dry brushing. Now just so you can see what brush I'm using, this is my old faithful brush for tanks. I've had this a long time and done many tanks with it. Very soft bristles, very short, very thick. I don't know, maybe about 5mm in width there. Excellent brush for this sort of job. And then I've got my base colour pre-mix ready, so what I'm going to do now is put some on the brush. Use my tissue, and I'm working it in the brush. I don't know if you can see it guys. I'm deliberately working it all in the brush. And then I'm going to get my finger. Get any of those nasty. Right, I think that's a good starting. I'm going to go across the top here. Hopefully you can see it guys. In a circular motion. It may not look as if it's doing much at the moment, but this way of doing things is accumulative. So in a very short space of time you'll notice a change. I'm just going to load my brush again. I'll leave a little bit more on this time. You can should be able to see the wet patches where the paint hasn't quite dried. Just take it around here now. And a little bit on the top there. Basically not pushing into the crevice too hard. It's a fine line getting the pressure just right. Now the differences will show very gradually. You cannot rush doing it this way. Small, so I'm essentially spreading the colour in a circular motion, slowly but surely adding layer after layer of dried paint, or dry brushing I should say. Can you see how it's cleaning it up around this area? Let's do some more. Load my brush again, work it in, so it's well impregnating the bristles. I generally use my finger as a guide. There's no nasty lumps on there. Good. We'll carry on around this area. At the moment it's very light. If at first you're not sure how much paint you put on your bristles, touch it very lightly and you can tell by how much paint's going on the tank whether you've overloaded your brush or not. But this will give excellent subtle shading. In all the crevices. Let's get this in the right place. Can you see how smooth that is, guys? No brush strokes showing. Very simple method. Gentle circular motions over and over. Just when you think there's actually no paint on your brush, believe me, there is, and it will make a difference. I've been known to dry a brush like this and come to a completely clean brush at the end of it. So I'm going to do a bit more, guys, and then I shall be back. Okay guys, so I've basically just gone over the top part of the tank now, and can you see the difference? That's with the wash. Let's turn it at an angle so there's no glare, and then first stage dry brush over the top. Bearing in mind this is only first stage, so you could say that this is really still part of the larger shadowing that's going to be on it. The final stage will be Mecrite Red from the GW Forge, or what do you call it? Foundation, that's it, foundation range. So hopefully guys, if I keep altering the angle, you'll be able to see. Bearing in mind I've only done the main areas at the moment. So what I'm going to do now then to cut this tutorial is I'm going to do the entire tank like I have the top, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.